a lady was telling me, she asked me again, like a lot of people do. Well, not a lot of people, but people here and there.
Yeah.
She asked me, yo, you not like, where you from? I'm like, where you think I'm from? She's like, not from Queens. I'm like, I went on this whole rant, she was cool.
Yeah.
Gave her some of my information because she worked for some events. But I was telling her how, like, sometimes it be getting me tight because I'm like, yo, I sound like I sound like a New Yorker.
Mm-hmm.
I talk like a New Yorker.
Yeah.
I know I'm from fucking New York. I rep. I'm from Queens. It's literally in the name. I'm from Queens Village. I rep this.
For sure.
But she was telling me, like, and I was like, so it gets me mad that when people be like, yo, you're not from here, whatever. I'm telling her, like, that bothers me. And she's like, you shouldn't let it bother you because if anything, it just means that you stand out, that you're different.
Okay.
And that just shows that, like, oh, you gonna do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was telling me, like, yo, do you make anything? Like, do you do anything? Like, what are you trying to do? Because let me take your information because I know one day I'm going to be seeing you on TV or something or whatever. I'm like, yeah, actually, like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm, trying to get on the radio, all that. But I thought that was cool, like, just the way that she flipped that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, when I perceived that difference before, it was a negative difference.
Okay.
But when she flipped it, it's like, it's a positive thing. Instead of being the,
like the outlier?
Yeah, instead of being the outcast, I'm the standout.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that was a really, like, cool perspective.
Mm-hmm. People like that, it's rare to see, but it's really happy to see. Like, everyone in New York, we wish the best for every single person, even if you don't show it.
Yeah.
We have our own way of showing that. We show it in a rude way, and it's pretty valid.
Yeah, especially for fellow New Yorkers.
Oh, you already know.
We're a community.
Mm-hmm. That's also like in Canada a couple months ago, maybe even last month. One of the heads of office, I don't know the office system in Canada, but his name is Gurtaran Singh.
Oh, yeah. The first Punjabi.
I don't know like anything, but he's head of an office,
Yeah.
And he was called a Muslim, and he didn't say I'm not a Muslim. He said they are my brothers.
So he wasn't like trying to separate, but more just like
he never said that I'm not a Muslim, because in Sikhi it's like we're all equal, and even then he's like, I'm not gonna take it as a derogatory thing. I'm gonna take it as a compliment. It just adds to my character because he respects Muslim people. We all respect Muslim people. Some people are just ignorant,
Yeah.
But before we go on any further, let's start this podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Hey, yo, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy, Bull Deep here, a.k.a. Dip, and alongside me, I got Andrew, a.k.a. Drew Doley with me.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy, Drew Doley, a.k.a. the #1 homie, if you do not know me. The government will never control me. That has been known. It's your boy, Dr. Boofenschmertz. Got the gasinator. Want it now, don't pass it later.
Yeah.
Mr. Cuss a lot. I'm going to try not to. Too much, though, this podcast.
You already hit one strike, my man.
Within the first 10 seconds. Yeah, that's why they call me Mr. Cuss a lot. There's a reason.
We're trying our best to minimize it.
Yeah.
We're trying to
we still don't have ads yet, so,
Yeah.
The moment we get a sponsor, I will stop cussing.
Mm-hmm. You know what? We're still going to be ourselves, though. We can stop cursing a little bit, you know?
A little bit.
We're going to say some stuff here and there. That's just passion.
Yeah.
And we love talking, so just going to slip out here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but the crazy thing, like, monetization. Like, you got to hit 10,000 views. You got to hit, like, a certain amount of watch time.
Yeah.
And, like, it's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, when you hit the mark that you can't monetize, if you do curse, you're not going to get monetized.
Yeah.
And that's absurd, but you know what? We got to make our bread somehow.
And it's just so crazy because YouTube now is so different from, like, the YouTube that when I first got on YouTube, it was, like, around 2009.
For sure.
And I'm sure you were on YouTube around that time.
Mm-hmm.
And just, it's so different from, like, I can't believe that I'm saying it because it didn't even pop in my head like that. But it's been a decade.
Yeah.
That's a whole decade.
Yes, sir.
YouTube in that decade is so different.
We were 10.
We were 10.
We were a decade old.
Exactly. Now we're double that, which is crazy.
Yes, sir.
But I mean, it's like even before, like, the culture of YouTube was so different. But now it's so focused on, like, money.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like now, because even before it was like, if you were making YouTube videos, you were just putting videos on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually that shifted to becoming a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's not even being a YouTuber. Now it's being an influencer as a whole.
There's a lot of derogatoriness around the term YouTuber and influencer as well. But back to 2009, was there monetization? Like, could people make money in 2009? I thought it was, like, later on, like, the 2010s, like 2012,
I'm pretty sure it was when Google acquired YouTube in, like, 2012.
I believe that. Yeah, okay,
I'm
that makes
pretty
sense.
sure. Before that, no.
Yeah, because they didn't have the funding to even like.
They were in the negative, like most websites were.
I remember there was like things like Full Screen and Machinima.
That's what it was. There were I'm about to sound like I sound so old. There were MCMs back in the day.
Yeah.
Multi-channel MCNs, multi-channel networks.
Yeah.
Like Machinima, like Full Screen, and I remember Full Screen was owned by Disney.
Was it?
Yeah.
I tried getting partnered with them. I remember I used to have like this horrible YouTube channel called the RS Gaming Network. If you guys want to check out,
RS Gaming Network.
Well, my voice sounded like prior to high school and all that.
Pretty different.
Yeah, I'd say so. I feel like
Pretty different.
Yeah, I very much so grew into my voice. My public speaking has gotten so much better, and I guess that's just talking to strangers.
If you want to hear what my voice sounded like, you can also check the RS Gaming Network.
Yeah, he curses a lot back then too.
Yeah, I have not changed. The way I talk, like I'm the same as my balls went from here to like.
But it's the way you talk is different though.
Yeah.
You talk more New York, like a stereotypical New Yorker now than you did before. You used to talk like an Asian nerd.
I'm less embarrassed about it. Because before it's like growing up, my mom was like a typical like immigrant, or like even like more. I don't know how it is with other communities, but like very Filipino person. Like she didn't like signs of like poverty.
Okay.
And like talking like this, it kind of shows that like I'm not
educated.
Yeah.
You're not articulate.
Exactly. So it's kind of like
This is the complete opposite with you.
Yeah. Which is why which is also why I like it though, because when people hear me talk, it's like
drop some knowledge for them.
Yeah.
Drop some words they don't know.
Mm-hmm. And it like breaks. You can see like when I talk to people, you can see the perception, or you could see the preconception
for sure
broken right in front of them.
Okay, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Nah, but I remember like even back then in 2013, I was like I want to make a career out of this because I loved watching videos back in the day.
Everyone wanted to be YouTuber. I wanted to be a Let's Player so bad,
bro. That Let's Players really did make the most money back in the day. Right now, it's like finance.
They ran YouTube. They ran
did.
YouTube.
PewDiePie, 100 million.
The whole front page used to be all like PewDiePie, Uber. I remember there was a point where Uber Haxanova
had more subscribers, right?
And there was a whole war between Uber Haxanova and PewDiePie.
Bro.
And that's so crazy because nowadays, like, no one knows James. No one knows Uber Haxanova.
Only OGs, the creatures.
Exactly.
Oh my God, Kutra and all
But they were on top of the game. But I feel like that just shows how different, not only just the landscape of YouTube, but just the landscape of digital media has changed in general.
Yeah, times just changed. But yo, can we just like think about that? 100 million people are subscribed to PewDiePie.
That's a lot.
That's 10% of a billion.
That's a third of America.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yep.
And that's crazy. Like, sure, people on like Instagram, like Kylie Jenner, The Rock, and all these people have over 1 million followers. But 100 million subscribers on YouTube, that's different.
That's like as many people that voted in like the 2016 election.
Well, I think it was, similar.
Comparable. But the fact that that's a comparable number is like, wow. Could you, like, they could form a nation and vote for PewDiePie.
He's bigger than multiple nations combined.
Yeah.
That's absurd. And the amount of money he can make on one video is just absurd. There's no way he's not hitting 1 million video on every post that he makes.
Yeah.
It's absurd. And you know what? A lot of people are saying Mr. Beast is the new PewDiePie, and I believe that. I really do like Mr. Beast.
Okay.
He's a nice dude. He's our age. He's 20 years old.
20?
Yeah, that's crazy, right? His mustache makes him look much
a lot of content creators are our age. Or rather, we are getting to that age. You feel me? Which is crazy. Because I remember being a kid and, like, you see all these older people. The fact that now we're at that age, it just makes you wonder, like, we could be making that.
But if you think about this, older people, they're our age, like, right now. And they're getting old right now because they're hitting their 30s now. But back when we were 10, they were, like, 22.
I saw someone say how, I forgot what it was, but like even us, all of us millennials, one day we're gonna be like the baby boomers. Like we're gonna be the people lost behind time.
I believe
complaining about whatever new standards.
How do I use this teleporter?
Exactly, it's so crazy. It got me thinking. I'm just like I've been reminiscing a lot and just thinking about my age because you turned 20 this year.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna turn 20 in 5 months, I believe.
In March, which is my birthday.
Yeah, and it's just like, wow. That's 2 whole decades. I'm 2 decades old. And I was talking to a customer, a regular, and I was talking to her and her son. And I was talking to her son. And it's crazy because it blew my mind because we were talking about Call of Duty. And he was telling me his first Call of Duty was Call of Duty Ghosts.
Oh.
My first Call of Duty was MW2.
Oh, no.
And when I told him that, he was disgusted. He was in shock. It was like we had to call paramedics. It was like insane.
Man started with Ghosts?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Ghosts.
That's crazy.
I was playing Ghosts.
He missed prime time, baby.
When we were playing Ghosts, we would Graduating. We were graduating.
Yeah. No, I feel like that came out like
that was
a sophomore year.
That was 8th grade.
Was it?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. I remember playing Black Ops 2 and Black Ops. I don't think I played Black Ops 3, but Black Ops 2 was valid.
Because Black Ops 2 was 2012, I'm pretty sure.
I believe it. I was young. I remember playing with like a lot of people. I didn't really play video games in like high school though. So
same. Well,
you had it tough because you were across the country. Was it like how was like that?
Across the world. Across the globe.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, my fault.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He was in the Philippines. If you guys didn't know.
3 years. Mm-hmm. We did 3 in the island, not Rikers.
They're closing down Rikers.
Yeah, which is, you know,
it is what it is.
They're gonna open detention centers in Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens.
Yeah, so I'd say it's worth it. I guess it's like it's spread out.
Yeah, but I just don't trust the city. Yeah, I just don't trust the city.
That's very true, bro. Yesterday, like I was telling you, like I was looking for other jobs and stuff, and like I'll basically take anything to up my CV right now, because like, sure, I want to be an entertainer, but you know, you got to set a foundation if that doesn't work out. You know, I love having backups, and I love working. I love hustling. It is what it is. So the crazy thing is, like, I applied for the NYC. I applied for an orientation for the NYC Cadet Corps. You know, they pay more than minimum wage. I'm sure they give benefits or something. And it seems like an okay job to have. And, like, I applied 2 days ago. Yesterday, 2 different people came in and gave me their cards.
Yeah.
Saying they'd want me to join. And I'm like, that's crazy how the world works. And
they
they're
were
recruiters
like
as well. Well, they work for the police. So one of the guys, his name is Mark. Shout out to Mark. And, like, he works at Queens Hospital. He's like a supervisor. And, like, he came in, and I didn't think it was like he worked for the police department. He had his, like, lanyard on, like, saying, like, nurse or something. It was something medical. And, like, right before then, there was, like, 2 cop cars that pulled up. Story time. 2 cops cars that pulled up. Now, to give you guys some context, it was a relatively slow day. I worked the night, he worked the morning.
Yeah.
And there was this guy who came in who was like, yo, change the channel. This is my business. I know what's happening. And then he was just touching random customers' heads. And there was only, like, a couple there, so it was, like, nobody besides them. But it's like he went and grabbed their heads and just touched them. Like, well, don't do that. So these customers, they left, and I gave this guy a cup to de-escalate this situation. I knew, like, he's just an attention seeker. I know how to, like, I've been through, like, seeing people who want attention and, like, how to de-escalate situations. So going forward, I was just chilling there. I'm like, maybe I should tell the boss to call the cops. Yeah. And as I was thinking that, 2 cop cars pulled up. So I saw the first one. I'm like, oh, maybe they're just trying to get some food, which is they're not rare. We don't live. We work right next to a precinct. Yeah. Like even today, like I walked in, there was like a whole bunch of cop cars. And they came in and it's like, oh, did you call? I was like, no, maybe my boss did. So I went downstairs. I was like, yo, you call? He's like, no, I did not. So we both went upstairs. Like, it's probably those customers who called. And then after he was taken back to the hospital, because like you could tell he's on something. You could always tell with like the hospital wristbands. We work right next to the hospital. So whenever somebody comes in,
crappy hospital too.
Yeah,
pretty crappy hospital too.
Hey, bro, chill. I was born there.
Yeah, you know it is what it is.
Hey, come on now, but it's like whenever you see that wristband, you know something's about to happen. Like a guy came in earlier when I started the shift at like 5. He's like, "Yo, what's poppin', bro? Oh, dude, this place is dope, bro." Dapped me up. He's like, "Yo, can I get a shot?" I'm like, "No, we don't serve liquor. We serve beer, but we don't serve liquor."
Yeah.
So yeah, the cops take him out and. I get a call, and I thought it was like an order. I hate picking up the phone because like it takes you out of the situation of what's happening. But it was slow. I picked it up, and I was like, "Hello, Bergam, how may I help you?" That's where we work. And he's like, "Yo, bro, you okay? You okay, bro?"
Yeah. Checked up on you.
Yeah, and I thought that was crazy. And this is an example of like New Yorkers care about each other. Like this guy called me. He's like, "Yo, bro, I saw how aggressive that guy was being, and I just want to make sure you're okay. I was the one who called the cops. Keep this between us." I was like, "Yo, bro, no worries, bro. I appreciate you. I got to take an order right now. But, yo, next time you pull up, dap me up. I'll give you something, you know?"
Yeah.
And, it was just so dope. And right after then, Mark came in, and he's like, "Yo, what happened? You want me to punch him in the gut?" I was like, first of all, what?
Yeah.
He's not the biggest dude. I was like, oh, that's funny. He was a jokester, you know?
Yeah.
And then I told him what happened.
Wise guy.
Yeah, he was a wise guy. He was like kind of like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he was on the spot. He thought quick, and then I told him the situation. Like, oh, that's crazy. You'd be a good cop. I was like, I don't want to be a cop, but you know, I've been like thinking about doing the Cadet Corps. You know, because the Cadet Corps also gives you a loan, which I'm not gonna take. Because if you take that loan, you're stuck in the system, which I'm not trying to be. Because I don't pay for college. You know, I barely pay for college, and I don't know. It's just crazy how the world works. Because I've been planning here and there and here and there, and like yesterday was just a really good day and really like a coincidental day.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And I'm sure that guy came in earlier today too, because he's like, I came here earlier today, and I know you guys have this and that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I did not see you earlier.
I can definitely say that he was there during my shift.
Did the guy come in with like a blue shirt and like rainbow on it? Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And to the audience, he basically was like a short DMX. Like he was definitely tweaking. You know, a bald black brother.
Yeah.
Definitely off something, just bugging out. And I remember, like, I was really glad that my shift was ending, because he was like, I was talking to him, he's like, yeah, you know, he's like leaving the door. I'm like, yeah, I got you. And he's like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna be coming here back and forth. I'm gonna be in and out here. You know, you feel me? You're gonna be seeing me. You know, you know me. Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, man, I get out in 30 minutes. I can't wait. No, I can't wait, yo.
I have to deal with him.
Yeah.
You know, I'm happy that I was there instead of you.
I would have just let him rock. I would have let him rock. That's what when I saw him there, because he was there for easily, not self-snitching, but he was there easily for a good, like, maybe 2 hours.
Really?
Just chilling. Yeah, coming in and out, like walking in, talking to me, going out.
A lot of times the people who come in, they know, like, not to mess with me. It's pretty funny. So, another story, it's like, another tweaker came in from the hospital. You saw the wristband.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was the same dude or not. Not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But it was like a guy's acting similarly, and I was like, my man, you can't use the bathroom, because especially like people with the wristband, it's like, that's like,
You never know what they're doing in there.
for sure. And I remember like like a couple people have dropped pills in the bathroom, so it's like our boss told us not to let anybody go to the bathroom without ordering anything. I'm like, bro, you gotta order something. He was like smiling, hey, no. I'm like, my man, you can't go to the bathroom without ordering anything. And then he had a scene. My man, he had a scene. He was trying to break things. I'm like, yo, chill, bro, chill.
Yeah.
And then like when I was coming around, he's like, no, chill. So I went back taking the customer's order, and then a short brown dude who works with us, he was walking He was walking to the other part. It's like a two-parted restaurant. He was walking to the froyo place, and he was carrying 2 buckets. And this man was going off on him, yelling at him. Yo, why the big man yelling at me for? He was trying to fight him. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is so stupid.
It's dumb. It's unnecessary. That's what I'm saying. But that's why I just take the New York City subway approach. Like you crazy? Yeah, I'm just let you crazy rock.
Exactly. Look,
I'm not trying to get involved,
bro. As soon as the customers left, I gave him a water cup. I'm like, yo, sit down, do whatever. Just don't make a mess for me to clean. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem.
That's what I'm saying. If he would interrupt with some customers, then then I feel like action would need to be taken.
No, like he dead ass just touched the guy's head and just looking at his eyes, like they were having like a romantic moment. You know, it's like I'm like, hey, my man, you can't do that. And then the customers left. I was like, yo, I'm so sorry. What happened? He's like, no worries. Yeah. And then, but I'm still wrapping my head around like the customers called for me. Yeah. Like I was thinking about it. You know, I'm a really patient individual, and I'm very proud of that. And I can handle like people being crazy, because it happens a lot, especially where we work. I'm sure you've had your fair share. But if he started making like a scene, and like I was actually scared that he was gonna throw like the alcohol bottles we have set out, you know, or he was gonna take it, because he was obviously on something. I just don't know what. Yeah. Oh, and you know, Mark, he works in the hospital. He's like an intern or something. He does research there. And then he's like, oh, did I discharge him? Is he going back? And then, but he's like, oh, I'm off the clock. I'm like, this guy's dope. Yeah. But no, Mark really like helped me out. He gave me his number, and then he called his friend, who's a detective actually, and then he gave me his number. He's like, if you need any information, just let me know. I'll help you out. And I'm like, I love New York.
Yeah, as you should.
I love people and strangers and everybody. Like even the tweaker, it's like.
I mean, that's a part of the city. Like I enjoy, I enjoy this company. You made town fly.
Yeah. For me, it was a kind of like, I'm not gonna pay attention to you, because like again, it's all attention seeking. Yeah. At the end of the day, so I was not giving him the time of day. I gave him a water cup so he could be quiet, and I was just mopping, cleaning, doing whatever I wanted to do. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But you know what? I enjoyed it. Hopefully, you see me with my CV up to the T. Yeah. You already know. No, but are there any other stories in particular that have like you've seen like tweakers come in, or just like any particular stories like, wow, this actually just happened?
Oh, crazy people?
Anything.
Oh yeah, we used to work with a crazy person.
Oh my god,
really a crazy giant.
Oh, he would have been great for this month. You want to explain?
Can you imagine him going against him?
He would definitely throw hands. You want to explain to the people who we're talking about?
Okay, imagine.
Let's call him Elmo.
Huh?
Let's call him Elmo.
Elmo. So imagine a giant person.
6'5".
6'5", a towering giant.
Towers over me. It's crazy.
With a lazy eye. You never, they're looking in two directions. So you never know where he's actually looking.
Mm-hmm. Speaks broken English.
With a foreign. It's a little hard to tell exactly where he's from, but he has a foreign accent.
He's from multiple places in the Middle East. Just letting you guys know, he's like he's like a mutt.
Yeah, he's just like a walking, talking cartoon character.
You won't believe him. Like let's
he had an afro back in the day.
He did.
He had an afro back in the day.
He did. And the craziest thing, he keeps on saying, "I got millions in the bank, bro.
Yeah,
I'm a fry cook. I don't need this."
Yeah.
He said, "I'm an accountant." I'm like, "No, you're not an accountant. I don't believe you." But you know what? It is what it is. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a part business owner." Mm-hmm. So I guess he was a little tweaking too. But like there's so many different occasions that he just pulled up in like a Beauty and the Beast. You've seen him. You've seen him. Just to you get Beauty and the Beast. He dressed up as the Beast on random occasions. Sure, the first time was like at a birthday party.
Yeah,
that made sense.
Everything after that is straight up just like
he dressed up at least like 5 more times.
Yep, getting ready for New York Comic Con.
Bro, that's this month. He got fired in May.
Early practice.
Nah, but it's like
definitely was a beast.
I was like writing a script for the show, for a show I want to create on the like a restaurant, like a little sitcom thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave me so much
material.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. And after he left, like I'm happy he's gone because he never did his job properly.
Yeah.
But I'm sad that he's gone because he gave me so much material. He actually made the job like.
He's a good character study.
He is.
He's a good character study,
bro. Oh my god, I wonder who would play him in a movie.
Oh my god.
Who can?
Who can?
Like he towered over me.
That's what I'm saying. He'd need to be like really huge.
Yeah.
To be like, I don't even know.
But the thing is, like, he wasn't even strong. He was just tall.
Yeah, and he's kind of fat.
He never wanted to pick up boxes.
And he had like the L back.
Yo,
he had like the L back.
He was so rude to every customer.
Yeah.
Like he kicked like a guy came in on a wheelchair. And this guy could have sued the whole restaurant because this man just kicked him out.
Yeah.
Elmo just kicked this wheelchair dude out. And Elmo's like good Elmo's too lovable. But you know what? I'm just gonna keep using this name. Elmo's too lovable for this guy.
Yo, he straight up looked like Quasimodo. But like he straight up looked like Quasimodo, but 6 feet.
6 feet. Oh my.
Like, could you imagine that? You imagine kind of horrifying that is?
I don't want to.
Like, look at that.
I know what Quasimodo is.
If you give him some like Middle Eastern hair. Give him an afro.
Give him an afro. Yo, on Photoshop, yo.
Yeah.
Nah, but you know what? Our job is easy. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't like to complain, but our job does have like a lot of things that we have the most responsibility.
It's a job. At the end of the day, it's a job. You know, you're gonna have some things you like. You're gonna have some things you don't like. You're gonna have good days. You're gonna have some bad days.
We definitely have more responsibility than we get paid for. You know.
Oh, definitely.
I'd say so, especially us two.
Yeah.
I feel like especially if you and me, if either of us leave, that place is not going to go so well because I make the schedule. I kind of
it's already not going. It's already not going so well.
Yeah, he may be selling that thing. So we'll see. That's also why I'm looking for other jobs. You know, we still got to catch a bag.
And you should always be maybe not always looking for new jobs, but I mean
it's good to have options.
Yeah, we're not we're as the age we are in the situations we are as college kids. We are not currently in some long-term career with movement, mobility in our job.
Yeah.
I was having a talk with one of our coworkers today. One of the cooks in the back. And
I gotta say, I love the cooks in the back.
Nah, they're crazy. They're crazy.
They're dope. They're like small brown versions of us.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It's really dope.
But he was just telling me, he was giving me a whole talk about how, like, working at that place, you're not gonna have any mobility. You work at that burger joint, you're gonna be at that burger joint in the same position you were 10 years from now. Nothing's really gonna change. You feel me?
BRM.
And that's pretty much the position we are in at BRM. So it's just like
no, B or M. Like which one?
Yeah.
which cook? Bitu.
B.
That's my dude right there, bro.
B2.
Yeah, Bitu's a cool dude, man. I'm gonna say his name because you gotta shout him out. He's a dope guy. Muti's a dope dude as well. You gotta give love where love is due. But you gotta look at like these guys. Bitu's with his family. Muti's family's back in Bangladesh, and like these guys are 37, nearly 40 years old, working as cooks, and that's the hustle right there.
And you know what? Actually, something I wanted to talk about because it got me something interesting that I think about. Bitu was telling me how like he wants to go to school here.
Yeah.
But he already did school back in Bangladesh.
Mm-hmm.
He has a master's degree.
Yeah.
But that doesn't translate over here to America.
Well, he has an engineering degree.
Exactly. But they're working the same job that we are.
And this man was in Japan for 5 years.
Yep.
And he got his engineering degree from Japan.
Yep.
And he moved here for an opportunity that he never got. And I think that's absurd. And you know what?
It's crazy.
You gotta love the immigrant hustle. You know what? They're setting them, like, Muti sends his family, like, money, and he has to pay rent here and there. Bittu lives with his family, but I love Bittu because he's not afraid to ask questions. He always be asking us questions, like, where his, like, old time friends, like, oh, can you give me advice on schools? Can you, like, this and that? Like, he's not afraid to ask somebody younger than him for advice. And I think that's something, no matter what your age, young or old, I will always respect. And that's something I do often. Like, hey, my man, you're better than this than I am. Could you give me some advice? Or you got any advice on this situation that I apparently can't handle? You know, it's nothing sarcastic. Even if I say it weird, it doesn't, like, normally people don't, like, it's like me giving a compliment to a random girl. You know, she may think that's flirting, but it's not. It's just me complimenting her shoes or something. You know, it's just something like being kind relates to flirting, or it's like if you're asking somebody a question, even if they're younger, it seems, or like even older that you don't understand, it seems disrespectful.
Yeah.
And I don't like that concept. That's something I feel like we should start breaking. You know, that's a social construct that I do not like. But what is your favorite thing about working at where we work?
Favorite thing about working where we work, other than very much appreciated as a college guy, other than the free food, just the leeway, the freedom. I mean, it's a burger joint. Sure. Generally, we are it's either one person or two people at a time. Not too much to work with. And not really doing much. I mean, you're just, where I used to work at Target. And you're not allowed to be on your phone. If you're on your phone, you are getting yelled at. Here and there, maybe I'll get caught and they're like, oh, okay, whatever. Depending on the person, the manager at the time, on that day. But, oh my God, sometimes you definitely get, you get chewed out. You know, for having your phone out.
Okay.
Like it's class.
For sure.
I think I might be on my phone a good third quarter of the time,
especially this month, especially for the past
especially when it's slow. Like, obviously when it's busy, I'm not just over here like, you know, on one phone and like taking orders, you know, with the other hand.
For sure.
But it's like, you know, when it's slow, it's like obviously really nothing to do. If I already got all my responsibilities out the way, got my trays, clean, bust the tables.
You rarely do trays, bro.
I really do trays when it's the morning and someone else is gonna take it.
Nah,
unless I feel bad.
That's one thing you gotta do.
Unless I feel bad for him. I mean, because if it's like slow like this, you know, there's nothing going on.
I feel like you should. That should be more inclinations to do the trays. But you know what? It is what it is. But carry on. What were you saying?
I mean, yeah, you know, just having that liberty, like being able to be on your phone and just, you know, being able to
do homework.
Yeah, do homework, you know, like, exactly, have my laptop out, you know, being able to work on something.
I gotta say, I've applied to so many jobs just working on the clock, because it's so slow. You know, it's not that bad to clean or anything, so it's a really cool, the amount of time, like, I bash it a lot, but I do appreciate it.
Yeah. See, that's one thing. I don't do trays, but I go pretty hard when it comes to cleaning the actual store itself.
I'd say so. Yeah.
I go pretty hard when it comes to that. That's the Filipino in me.
For sure. I believe it. No, but it's like it's not a bad job. It's just like you said earlier.
It is a job. A job is a job, and at the end of the day, I know that I'm very grateful to even have a job in the first place.
For sure.
Because there are a lot of people who would kill literally to be in the position that I am.
And we have a very nice boss.
I'm just a cashier.
Well. We have a very nice boss.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
And we're supposed to be paying for our food.
But we don't.
We don't. He's like, nah, you get 1 meal per shift. And it's like, even us, like, sometimes you can go and eat if you'd like to. Like, not a humongous meal, but it's like you can get a small meal to fill you up for a little bit. Yeah. And you can carry on with your day. That's the cool thing. Our boss is he's a really rich dude, a really successful individual. And as much as, like, as he's unorganized and, like, all the things that he does wrong with the restaurant place, He's a really good mentor to have.
He is not a scumbag.
He's not.
Which, around here, as
It's
far
rare.
as bosses go, that's actually like a pretty good thing. It might sound like the bar is really low, but that's because the bar is really low.
Yeah.
You feel me? So he's a good dude. You know, I got, you know, maybe there's some things here and
He
there,
pays us
but-
fairly.
Yeah, he's got good character.
Yeah, man. He's
Yeah,
a hardworking
he's got good
individual.
character.
He's there. Well, not today, but he's on an average day. He's there from like 12:30 to like 9 o'clock at night. And like, how many bosses can say that they're there always, basically?
Yeah.
And he helps out. He works. He makes milkshakes. You know, when it's a rush because he doesn't want to pay the labor sometimes, which is it's understandable because it's slow. But it's like the guy who I was talking about with Mark. You know, he's like, I did not like the police department job. You know, I didn't like being a cop. And I was like, why? He's like, it's not the place to be. You know, if you, it's like even though he recommended, like, he's like, here's my card. If you need anything, just let me know. He was like, it's not even. I'm not overhyping it. This is exactly what he said. He's like, you may be overqualified to be a cop. And he's like, don't take it the wrong way, but you may be overqualified to be a cop. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because I thought like cops are supposed to be like qualified and like have like certain amount of like merits. But he's like, no.
Not in New York.
Exactly, no. I was
Not
like,
in New York.
and I was like, oh damn, okay, that's interesting. And I was like, maybe I want to experience myself. You know, my dad always wants me to be like a big time officer, a big shot officer. He wants me to be successful, and it's understandable. He's an immigrant, and he just wants to see me shine.
Yeah.
You know, and this image of like a big time officer with power is amazing. And I'm chasing power. You know, I want to be a powerful individual in this world, and I'm gonna be a powerful individual in this world, and it's gonna happen. But it's just that, damn. If this man is saying it like this, like he's working in the hospital right now, he's working 2 jobs, and he's like, bro, it's not worth it. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, that's absurd. So if the bar is so low, no wonder there's so many problems here and there. So but working at the restaurant, and we work at Burger Room, just to make it easier for us. We work at Burger Room. It's a small place, a small franchise in New York at least. It's big in like the West Coast and all that.
Yeah. And in Florida, I believe.
And Europe.
Yeah.
It's like
You
pretty
should, visit, you
big.
should visit one on your way.
Oh yeah,
While you're over there.
You know, traveling and all that, but it's pretty crazy. I gotta say, I forgot what I was talking about, but it's crazy. Like we should really up the standard,
For what?
the police requirements.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, but it's like
Make me the mayor of this shit. I'll do it. I'll do it.
no, I applied to Apple. I got a referral for Apple as well, and
Yeah.
they send me an email like, oh, you got a referral. This guy thinks you're great for this job, and then
Yeah.
you know what's crazy?
What?
A customer referred me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? That's another thing. Like working in a customer service job, people see how good you are at what you do.
Yeah.
We're great talkers. We're both amazing at customer service.
I definitely get some. I've had people like, it's crazy to think that like, yeah, I've had people offer me like jobs at my job.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And it's like even like today I had I had a guy who said I'd served him previously, and he was telling me how like, yeah, you know, you really have good customer service, the way you handle people, it's really well, da 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 da. And it's like, yeah, I mean, like I'm saying, I'm getting paid for this, so I might as well, you know,
Use it the most to your advantage.
yeah, exactly.
I feel you.
Because it's more than just, oh, I'm taking orders, da da da. Like I ain't a robot. I'm more than just some order kiosk.
Okay.
I'm out here serving. I'm out here connecting with people, connecting
yeah.
with people.
Putting smiles on people's faces.
And in just the area that we are at, there's such a large cross section of people that you never know who you're serving. You never know who you're gonna be talking
Union
to.
and 164th, pull up. Have some conversations.
Yeah, it's boring over there, yo. So if you ever want to pull up, especially around now, pull up.
You already know. It's mad slow. We'd love a conversation.
Slow.
And just letting you guys know,
Yeah.
any name we're saying in this place besides Burger Room, that's
It's
the restaurant
not
we...
real.
Yeah.
And is fictitious.
Fictitious.
And anybody that we talk about on this podcast,
Or it may resemble. It's not true.
it's not true. This is actually
not their name.
This is a fictional podcast.
It's not real.
We're really good at just creating
Scripting
stories
it.
on the top. Yeah,
I like being a storyteller. You know, I definitely do want to be better at it, but I feel like I have a good basis.
that is how culture. That's why we have culture nowadays. Because
True.
people back in the day were so good at telling stories that
Word of mouth.
yeah.
That's all. That's
Before
basically what the
writing.
Bible. The Bible is basically
The
word of mouth
Bible is
stories.
just one big game of telephone.
It really is.
Hot
That's
take,
it.
hot take alert.
Nah,
Can't say nothing. I got that on me. Keep that thing on me. What you talking about?
it is. It is. The Bible is interesting. It's just like any religion, any culture is just very, very interesting. It's like
It's very interesting.
I'm a big guy on stories. Like One Piece is like I always say I'm gonna get a One Piece tattoo somewhere,
Yeah.
or someday. I really, it's like it's so long. It's 20. It's been going 20 years long, and the story's continuing, and it's just beautiful. I just love how like in one story,
Yeah.
there's so many sidelines you can go to, and it's just crazy. You know what? You know what story I want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
The NBA 2019-2020 season story, bro.
There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about.
No, we're definitely gonna go into it when the season starts, but we gotta say Simmons made a 3. What you think about that?
It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't.
It doesn't count.
at all.
It does not count at all. First off, it's not only is it a preseason game. Not only did he not have any defense.
It was an Asian team.
It's a Chinese team. Yo, it's like I could guard Ben Simmons from the perimeter.
I don't know about that. I don't know. About, he's like a whole foot taller than you, bro. I'd be shooting over you, and I'm like 5 inches taller than you.
Yeah, but you take 3-pointers. Ben Simmons, I've seen you make at least
a whole bunch.
I've seen you make at least 50 3-pointers in my lifetime.
I believe that. Yeah, we played a lot of basketball.
We've played a lot of basketball, so I mean Ben Simmons, I've seen him make 1 3-point in my life. So you know,
I've seen him make it in practice, bro.
Which doesn't even count. Look, I saw someone comment and I agree with it. You don't completely shift your game in one summer.
For sure.
Maybe over a couple of years, maybe he could become a decent, even a good 3-point shooter. It's not gonna happen in the course of over one summer.
I feel like he'll definitely take more shots though. I believe that.
I don't know if he's gonna make them.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. But I'd rather him take the shot instead of just trying to go in.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
They leave him open on the perimeter.
They're disrespecting you. You can't, you're getting paid multi-millions of dollars. And it's not even, I talk about this with Abe all the time, one of our other coworkers, who we always talk about basketball. You're literally getting paid millions of dollars to play basketball, which a part of your job description is to shoot a basketball.
Yeah.
And you are scared to do that.
He was one of the most promising prospects that everyone was saying, he's the next LeBron. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. Sure, he's achieved quite a bit in his career, but it's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's nothing. It's like, it's really. My man, what is your definition of a fan?
Of a fan?
A fan. No, you know what I'm talking about, like a fan of this show.
A fan of
or
this,
just a fan, like something that you're a fan of. Yeah.
A fan. A fan. Well, being a fan.
Because like on a podcast I heard, it's called the Bertcast. That's something you guys should go check out. I love the Bert. I love listening to podcasts now, bro. I feel like in the past 2 weeks I've listened to more podcasts than I have songs. And yeah, that's true. And at the Bertcast, like I heard like him say, like a fan came up to him. He's like, "Yo, bro, I'm a fan." And he's like, "Oh, thank you." Bert said, "Oh, thank you." And the fan was like, "No, I don't think you understand what that means. It means I want you to succeed.
Yeah.
I want you to be great. I want you to hit the next level." And that gave me something like, I was like, oh, this is what I want. I want people to say, I want you to succeed. Because I want people to succeed all the time. I want you to succeed. I want people who I work with to succeed. I want random people on the street to succeed. I want everyone to succeed. It's competitive out here. We need all the support we can. And that's another reason why I love that everyone on like YouTube and like everyone like in Spotify and making music and all these artists are around our age, that we can all be lifted up together. That's why I want to bring people on this podcast and be like, yo, how you doing, man? What's your secret? What are you doing? And how do you what do you want to do with this life that you got?
Every fan is a viewer, but not every viewer is a fan. And I feel like the main thing differentiating those two is just that, that appreciation.
Yeah.
You feel me? And just that appreciation, that admiration, and that wanting and yearning for that creator or whatever to be successful.
Okay.
Because anyone could just watch something and, partake. You could even actively partake in, some content or whatever. But like I kind of along those lines, being a fan is when you want that person, thing, or whatever to be as big as it can be and to thrive and succeed. Put it in simple terms, to thrive and succeed. You feel me? So that I'd say that's probably what makes somewhat a fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you guys are fans. I hope you guys be following us on Instagram, subscribe to us, and liking our videos on YouTube. You know, just supporting us because we really want to support you guys and produce the best content that we do. You know, we're college students. It's tough for us. We got class, we got tests, we got midterms.
A lot.
And we still edit and we still post it
Every
week
so
on Friday. Last week I was sick out of my mind, and we still got an episode up. You know, thank God we recorded early, but shoot, we did it. We did it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that we just appreciate everyone.
We appreciate it. We are fans of y'all.
Mm-hmm. Like we really are. We really
fan, you blow. you blow.
Chill.
You blow. I mean, that's what it is. You know,
you
blow. Yeah.
Okay, take that however which way you will.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? This has been the Dip and Do podcast. Hope you guys make today a good day, because today is always a good day. Be it the worst day of your life or the best day of your life. Today's got to be good for tomorrow to be great. So, my man, what are you gonna say to the people?
I'm gonna say, FOMO, fear of missing out. Don't miss out on our podcast. You better keep up, keep watching. We really do appreciate you guys. We do appreciate, even if we would have 10 views a video, it would kind of suck low key, but that's still really lit.
10 people are taking the time out of their day to watch us. That's crazy.
Exactly. But one thing I saw on our YouTube, our average view time is 4 minutes. Come on, yo. We barely started in 4 minutes. You missing the best of the discussion.
They probably haven't, if they're watching for 4 minutes, they're probably not even here, brother. You know what? If you are here, write something in the comments.
If you
write something in the comments.
If you're here,
write today is a good day in the comments.
Yeah, write Dolo in the comments. And
I just said today is a good day in the comments.
Don't,
whichever one you like.
Whichever one, whoever you rocking with. If you a dip head or you mess with the drool, I mess with you.
I bet, guys. Hope you guys have a good ass day. That's a curse right there, but you know what?
Yeah, you better have a good motherfucking day, goddammit.
Chill.
Get it all out.
It's been the Dip and Drew podcast, and we're out.
Yes, sir.